Next, last but not the least, now we have a distinguished person among us, one more distinguished person among us for facilitation. The profile and contributions of Nghaka. Nghaka has outstanding performance in voluntary activities and social services besides his significant contribution to the promotion of education and Hindi in Mizoram. The most significant proof of his heroism is his act of retrieving the body of an 18-year-old girl from an underground pond called Duilut, located in the outskirts of Fellowship in 1971, before I was born. Prior to this incident, he had also saved the lives of 3 people who met unfortunate drowning accidents. Apart from his voluntary heroic acts, Nghaka made valuable contribution to Mizo society during the insurgency years and thereafter. He bailed out more than 100 prisoners by signing bail bonds. Many prisoners were freed by verbal agreement between him and the authorities. This happened during the insurgency period. He also successfully bailed 28 people from Nagaon and Guwahati jail. During the insurgency, he was also the chairman of the relief committee and worked tirelessly to feed and support families who could not work in their farms because of the conflict of and the grouping of villages. His work and contribution in the promotion of Hindi is noteworthy. He is one of the founding members of Assam Rashtra Bhasha Prachar Samiti under the leadership of the then Chief Minister of Assam, Shri Vishnu Ramedi. He is also the founder president of Mizoram Hindi Prachar Samiti in 1954. He is the president of Hindi Prachar Sangh, Mizoram from 1954 to 1959. Significant contribution of Nghaka. Nghaka's invaluable contribution to society, particularly during the insurgency years, and to the promotion of education and Hindi language in Mizoram is noteworthy. He worked as a peacemaker between the army and the Mizo National Front during the 20-year insurgency. During this period, he was the interpreter. Yes, he was the first Mizo to pass Hindi Shiksha Vishara. Under his chairmanship, the Church Relief Committee procured food and shelter for many people during the insurgency. From 1954 till his retirement, Nghaka worked tirelessly for the promotion of Hindi education in Mizoram amidst the opposition from different angles before and during the insurgency. In 1956, the first Mizoram Hindi Prachar Sabha was established under his presidency. The Sabha has expanded to 18 schools with BA Hindi course, 35 Prachar centers and 64 Vidyalayas. Dept Hindi Training College has also been set up. All these are the fruits of the effort of Nghaka to promote Hindi education in Mizoram. He is currently the only surviving member of the first board of Hindi Mizoram Prasar Samiti, which was formed in 1954. Nghaka also received many awards and recognition. Let me read one by one. Number 1, Meritorious Award, awarded as Circle Education Officer in 1978. Number 2, certificate on Klong Nghaka awarded at the Chapchakut Festival in 1984. Klong Nghaka is the most important Mizo code, of which can be translated to selfless conduct and self-sacrifice for the service of others and society. Number 3, Scouts and District Commissioner Warrant Award, awarded by the Bharat Scouts and Guides in 1989. Certificate of Appreciation awarded by Mizoram Hindi Prachar Sabha on the Golden Jubilee of Mizoram Hindi Prachar Sabha in 2004 for his endless efforts towards the upliftment and propagation of Hindi in Mizoram. Number 5, Appreciation Award awarded by Young Mizo Association Ramlung South Branch in 2010 for his charitable work in helping the poor, promotion of Hindi education, and the heroic act of retrieving the body of a young girl from Tukulsi. Number 6, Appreciation Award awarded by Senior Citizens Association Ramlung area in 2012. Number 7, Appreciation Award awarded by Mizoram Senior Citizens Association in 2013 for his altruistic service during the Mizoram insurgency as an interpreter, negotiator, and peacemaker between the Indian Army and the MNF, Mizo National Front, and the local people. Number 8, Jubilee Award awarded by Ramlung Presbyterian Church for his service as a Sunday school teacher for 50 long years. Impact of the work done by VL Nghaka. Mizoram has always been a non-Hindi speaking state, as a result of which promoting Hindi language and education was a big challenge in Mizoram. There was hardly anyone who could speak or understand the language. Nghaka took up this challenge and made remarkable efforts in propagating Hindi education in Mizoram. After becoming one of the founding members of Assam Rashtra Bhasha Prachar Samiti in 1953, he set up the Mizoram Hindi Prachar Samiti in 1954, which became a pivotal turning point in the history of Hindi education in Mizoram. He delivered talks on the radio and wrote articles on Hindi Prachar Samiti to spread the importance of Hindi as a language. He participated as a resource person on seminars on national policy on education, modern approach on school inspection, examination reforms, etc. He was appointed as chairman on the survey board of educationally backward areas inhabited by Chakma, Bru, Ranglo, Chaurai, and others. He took up a thorough and extensive survey, and based on his detailed report, the government of Mizoram introduced compulsory elementary education in these areas. His work and contribution in the promotion of Hindi is widely praiseworthy. He is one of the founding members of Assam Prachar Samiti. Sorry. Okay. Contribution to the society. Nghaka is the authored 3 important books for Hindi learners: Hindi Grammar, Hindi Mizo Dictionary, and Hindi Pariksha Sahayaka. After his retirement, the state government re-employed him as school education consultant for 2 years, during which he authored 6 books. Number 1, National Policy in Education. Number 2, Comprehensive Schools in Mizoram. Number 3, Modern Approach on School Inspection. Number 4, School Education Manual in Mizoram. Number 5, Survey Report of Educationally Backward Area. And number 6, School Complex and Comprehensive School. He also took up voluntary teaching work at Gharmura English Medium School in Kacha district for 4 months, where he served as the headmaster. Here, he financed the school hostel building from his own pocket and improved the overall status of the school. Of the 26 books he authored, two books are prescribed for middle school. The Hindi Grammar 1954 and Assam History 1960. He has made significant contribution to Mizo literature and authored several books, and he is also the recipient of the Padma Shri for literature and education. Thank you. Now may I request